So, Complex talked about your boy, and more importantly, obviously, who cares about me, they talked about replicas. And I don't want to say anything, but usually when you get a bunch of old heads together, they talk about replicas, they don't really have anything nice to say, but we're gonna see what they said about replicas and what they said about me. I literally rose out of bed like Jesus this morning and saw they posted the podcast and they posted the Instagram post, so we're gonna go check it out. I really hope we're not burning any bridges that aren't built yet, because we got Joe Puma right here. I mean, he's the host of the sneaker shopping videos, and Matt Welty and Brendan Dunn, the host of the full size run, which exposed Yeezy Buster. So please, I don't want to not like these guys. And that is it. So enjoy my live reaction of making it onto Complex, baby. So welcome everybody. In front of me, we have this new video by Complex. As you can see, I can already see my little frame of the clip right there. You see, that's my TikTok right there. So a couple days ago, I got hit up. They said, you know, can we use it on the podcast? I'm actually a pretty decent fan of this podcast. Brendan Dunn, I like a lot. Joe Puma, who doesn't like Joe Puma? He does the sneaker shopping videos all the time. And then Beardy, I don't know. Not really a big fan. I'm a pretty big fan of these guys only because they actually exposed Yeezy Buster. To summarize it all up, basically Yeezy Buster was told to come on the podcast and actually like try to legit check some shoes. He got it wrong, and that actually was like the turning stone. A lot of people were actually more interested in fakes, I guess if you want to say, only because Yeezy Buster couldn't tell the difference. Once they realized that reps were so good that even somebody that's so self-proclaimed, like the GOAT of like sneaker legit checking, couldn't tell in person, you can't tell even in hand. So people are like, no, that why do I care anymore? If this fucking bozo can't tell, then why would I care? That was years ago, you know. Today it is 2023. As much as I would love to watch this entire podcast, I'm gonna skip to the 45-minute mark where I am mentioned, and you guys are gonna get a blind reaction. Obviously, if you want to go watch the full podcast, go ahead and go to their channel, go to Complex and go watch there. And hey, if you guys, Joe Puma, you know, Brendan Dunn, if you want me to come on the podcast, I live up in New Hampshire sometimes, and I'm down in Florida. New York really isn't that far of a drive. I think that's where it's at. I can come in virtually, whatever you want. I'd love to join.
It's interesting too, because this past week we've saw a video. I know we've had the conversation about reps a bunch on here, but there was someone who posted their rep collection where they look like they were
a TikTok video, right?
Yeah,
Describe this to me.
They look like they were all
They sound old as shit, bro. TikTok video. Describe it to me.
all dead stock. And I know a lot of people out there go, hey, I buy reps because the bots, or screw the bots. This is my way of getting the shoes. So he has a shoe closet full of shoes that were never available to bots because many of them were never available to the public for a sale. And in general, there's a lot of the friends and family, Travis Scott shoes. Speaking about sneakers, the SBs that got destroyed, Brendan.
Freddy Krueger, Dunks, yeah.
Yes. SBs, Nike Mags. It's just shoes
Kanye West Bapestas.
Yeah,
sneakers that you would never, ever be able to attain unless you were quite rich or quite tapped in 20 years ago.
And the user is CDAS.
Woo! Let's go! Joe Puma. My man, look at that smile on his face, man. He knows he's talking to the fucking GOAT. All right, what he's referring to is this, he's talking about this shelf right here, the shelf behind me. Listen, that is the Grail shelf, all right? This is not the shelf that is like shoes that I couldn't obtain. This is shoes that I would never have obtained, but because of the beauty of reps, I can actually have them, and I understand why are they all dead stock. But that's the point. I love looking at their art pieces to me. These are more just valued art than shoes. Like, I have the entire closet. I'll put a clip on the screen right here. I have the entire closet that's full of like shoes that are always botted and all that sort of stuff, like Travis Scott's, Jordans, fucking all whatever, right? It doesn't matter. I have all the retros and all that stuff in there. These are just shoes that I absolutely adore, always wanted in my life, always see people wear, and I just wanted to have a pair. All right, I'll toss it. For the little smile on Joe's face, I'll put a little like on the video.
CEDAZ, I believe maybe his name is Eben, and
hey, you got it right.
To your point, it's him going through these Grail level replicas.
Yeah.
And it was from the conversation that we were having about where you were basically saying like, you know, you basically understand the phenomenon of replicas, but when you have like these Grail level super hype
it's like shoes, it's almost at some point you have to be honest with yourself that you're doing this for other people's. I know you may like the shoes, but you're doing it for other people's validation, or you're doing it so other people think you have the real shoes.
Like,
you have to.
How is it the case that all the shoes you want are the most expensive, the most rare, the most
and I had asked a couple like other week where I'm like, hey, if these shoes weren't worth $20,000, would it still be your Grail?
Like he's got on the shelf here Wahlberger Jordan 4s. Like, is that really like that shoe? And it's a question we should always ask ourselves, and we all fall victim to.
I do like the shoe, asshole. All right, Mark Wahlberg, all right, is from Boston. I'm from New Hampshire. I think one of these guys is from New Hampshire. Hold on, I actually think one of these guys is from New Hampshire. Yeah, see, this is my hometown right here, Dover, and this is South Berwick. This is where fucking Matt Welty was. All right, we're from the same area. You get it. Not a lot of people come out of Boston. It is a big city, but not a lot of people actually make it out of Boston. So Mark Wahlberg being fucking Mark Wahlberg, right? Daddy's home actor. Come on. I do like this shoe. And it's Boston for green for the Celtics. All right. I do like the shoe, asshole.
To it of whether or not we like a shoe based on it being rare or expensive. This guy's bare feet in this video. I didn't need to see that, but yeah.
Why didn't you want to see me bare feet, dude? Why not? You uncomfortable with that? You feel like you're gonna get a little attracted to me if you see my feet for too long? You feel like you're gonna want to suck them?
But yeah, it's an interesting. I saw one person commenting on it on Twitter saying, good on Gen Z for doing this. It's Nike refuses to fix the bot problem.
But that's the other side of it.
To me,
I don't
but
know.
No, because I feel like this is where This is where we need to be more objective with what we're talking about
because of the shoes.
Those shoes have there's the Travis Scott Mocha Jordan 1s in there, and maybe I think the Travis Scott 4s, the blue pair.
But those are shoes that you could reasonably say, I'm mad I can't get these because the quote-unquote bots compromise.
I couldn't get them because of the bots. I actually tried. I could probably pull up screenshots of my fucking Nike sneakers or the day that they dropped my old phone. I swear to God, I could not get those shoes. That's part of it. Now, they're kind of together because it's like a bunch of Travis Scotts. I have Travis Scotts that have never been released, and I have Travis Scotts that have. So, like, why would I not put them all together, But I couldn't get those.
The one lows as well, the Travis one lows. 90% of those shoes have nothing to do with bots.
Yes.
Like the Nike mags were only released for the Michael J. Fox Foundation.
A charity auction. How could you be mad at that release? Raise millions of dollars for Parkinson's research.
I'm not mad at that release. I just couldn't fucking afford them.
He has the purple friend you mentioned though. Yeah. He has the purple Travis Friends and Family.
Or the Freddy Krueger Nike SB is a shoe that never got released due to legal issues behind the shoe, in which Nike, they say that
they did get released, Matt Wilty. All right, maybe I should be on the fucking podcast. All right, go look it up. They were released in fucking Mexico, like 300 pairs, but they were still released.
Does he say how much he paid for each pair?
No, it's not mentioned in the video that I could tell.
But Brennan, Joe, and Matt, I'll run you through how much I paid for each pair. I don't want to get up. I'm gonna do it after.
I just think that saying that you're mad at Nike for bots has nothing to do with I can't get friends and family only shoes. Yeah. Those are two completely separate things. And the only reason why you want those shoes is like, yeah, you may think a purple Travis Scott Jordan 4 is dope. I get it. But a lot of people really want that shoe because they know it's worth like $60,000 or whatever,
Yeah, I know what you mean to an extent, but also
I agree. All right, listen, I'll be real. I've had that thought before. Do we like a shoe solely because it's expensive or because we think it's cool? Or do we think it's cool because it's expensive? It's one of those things where it's the conversation I've always had with people where we talk about why aren't there one-to-one replicas? If we've been like excelling in and there's so many people buying replica shoes now, how come we don't have a one-to-one shoe? And the reason behind why we don't have an actual one-to-one shoe yet is because if we had a one-to-one shoe, it would kill the market on said shoe. Go look at the Ian Connor Revenge Storms. They were going for like $300. Now there's a one-to-one replica out there. Now you can't sell them off for more than $100. So yes, I do think to a certain extent a lot of people do buy shoes because of the price tag. Now I really don't give a fuck, but I do understand. I understand what you're saying. I don't go out every day wearing the most expensive shoes. Obviously, I have a fucking shelf right here full of the most expensive shoes of the last 20 years, but I never wear them. I do wear the Paris Dunks, which is arguably the most expensive shoe. I do wear those every now and again, but not a lot. All right, so starting up, I'm gonna keep it real. No bullshit. If I got it for free or if I got it for cheap, I'm gonna tell you how much I got it for right now. So starting off with the Nike mags right here that we were talking about, I paid $500 for these right here, and I do think I got a really good deal. They light up, they work, everything. They're great. They got me a lot of views. Love them. The Wahlberger 4s. I wore them once. As you can see, they're a little bit worn. These I got for free, but they are about $140 if you did want to buy them for yourself. The Undefeated 4s, the originals, I got these for free as well, but I want to say if you wanted to buy them, they'd be about $80. The one-to-one Galaxy Foam Posits, I got these for about $100. Even the shape, everything is correct on them. They're perfect. They pass all the legit checks. They're great. Blue Travis Scott's got these for free. One of one sample that Travis Scott wore only a couple times. These like reverse white mochas. These like really weird one-offs. Got these for free. These ones I got for free as well. You know, I basically got all of these for free, so you know what, I'm just gonna give you the actual price because no one really cares. I got these for free. These, I want to say 120 bucks from the seller I got them from. These are a really bad, the brown Travis Scott Jordan 4, but still just cool to have. I think these were labeled at 140, but I wouldn't pay more than 50 bucks for these. The best batch Travis Scott Jordan 1 High, got these from Zoe for about 175 bucks. Travis Scott Dunks, 120. The OG Travis Scotts I've had for so long, I want to say I paid, or I didn't pay anything, but I want to say these were about 120. The Mischief Little Nas X shoes, I actually do have the real ones, they're right there, but these were about 40 bucks. The All Hallows Eve Off-White Blazers, my favorite Blazers of all time. So actually the Serenas are my more, I think the Serenas do top these, but I still got these for about 150. The LV Air Force Ones, these are listed for about 200 bucks from 11 Kicks. The Mischief Jesus Walks with the holy water in the sole right there. These again, about 120. The V-Lone Air Force Ones, got these from 11 Kicks as well for 130 bucks. The Chanel Pharrells I got for 35 bucks. Kanye West Babestas, I got these for 150 from 11 Kicks. The Chunky Dunks with the really bad toe box. I can't really describe it, but they're really soft. I don't know, 140. We have the Yeezy Solars right here for about 200 bucks, and the Yeezy, what's the name of these? Yeezy Plats for the same 200 bucks. We have my favorite Sakai waffle right here. The color is just a little bit too extreme for me to wear, but I do like these a lot. 80 bucks. MCAs from H12 that I got for 40 bucks. We have the Brooklyn ones for 140, and then the Boston ones for the same 140. DB foams from 11 Kicks for about 130. Freddy Cougars for 20 bucks, and then we have the Paris for 40. So there you go. The price of all of these shoes, excluding the Nike Mags, I would say would be roughly about 1,500 bucks, which is literally the same exact price as basically any of these two shoes right here. So you can either have one of these two shoes from StockX that, you know, StockX can't even tell the difference between real or fake, so, or you could literally have every single one of these shoes, and either way they look the exact same, the quality is the exact same, so do what you want, but personally that's why I stick to this. Here is the closet. Like I said, I have all the shoes in here. I mean, we do still have some grails in here, but all of the normal-ish shoes, I guess if you want to say, are all in here, and all of these boxes are full. We even have shoes like leaking out, like these Miharas, some Balenciaga, some Iron Maidens, stuff like that. So it isn't just grails. I do have a lot of stuff like Rick Owens, Paranorman foams up here, some Phantoms. We have a lot of stuff. Dude, I would love to go on the podcast. I would rip that shit up, baby. But no, that was pretty cool. It's nice to get mainstream recognition. Of course, I think these guys are pretty cool. Would love to chop it up at some time with any of these guys. I'll come to you guys. You set up a date. I'll come to you. I will come to New York. You know, I might buy reps, but I'm not completely broke, so I can maybe get a plane ticket. I don't know. I think that was pretty cool. I kind of am in some, I guess if you really want to look at it very blandly, I might be the biggest single person as like an advocate for replica sneakers. So I guess it's just cool. It's cool. I mean, I have been watching these guys for years. Even before I was doing YouTube, I was watching in Full Size Run and everything. So it's kind of cool to see me talked about on their podcast today. I would absolutely love to go on the podcast, but you know, they're probably not going to invite me because it's kind of a brand risk. You know, I'm pretty unfiltered, I feel like, but I would definitely tone it back, and I would just love to have a normal conversation. They can just ask me about replicas. They can ask me about whatever questions they want, and I can give the most, you know, extensive knowledge that I have. I feel like I have a lot of good knowledgeable things. Oh my god, I just got back from Rolling Loud, and I'm like so f***ed up, dude. I've been sick for like a week and a half. I feel like I have a lot of knowledge about replicas that I could share with them, and you know, it'd be cool for their audience. So we'll see. But other than that, I do love you guys. It's been C-Dabs. I'll see you guys very soon. Maybe on Complex. We'll see. All right, peace.